My name is Wolin and I'm the Jarl of Jomsborg. That means I'm the leader of a huge international Viking organisation, the Warrior Brotherhood. We're here now at one of our biggest fighting events in Wollin, where they have actually the world's biggest Viking battle. Jomsborg is a really strong side and we have good allies, and usually when we come to Wollin we win. This year is different.
Sprawował władzę w imieniu księcia Borysława nad tymi ziemiami.
Ich bin der Fernando und ich bin hier mit meiner Mutter und meinem Stiefvater und hab Spaß.
Because we are from the south. I mean, it was supposed to be longer, right? Yeah, for us it's almost, like not 2 days, but it's long ride because we are from Lithuania, so you have to go through almost through all the Poland.
My name is Martinas normally, but my friends call me Mr. Catfish. So that's my nickname because every time when you join the fighting club in Lithuania, so you get a second name, something connected with animals or nature, so I became Mr. Catfish or Catfish. Lithuania is a small country nearby Baltic Sea, so I hope everybody knows where it is. Yeah, it's my third Wolin because I'm a craftsman too. In Lithuania you can't feel, there is no like, the biggest battles is 20 on 20 persons, here it's 300 on 300, so for me it's very exciting, and I hope that I will come every year until I'll get old and my children come here and my grandchildren will come and I will say the stories about the famous Master Catfish.
Wir sind halt damals mit einem Bekannten mal mitgefahren, so zum Gucken. Also da habe ich halt gemerkt, ey, da habe ich voll Bock drauf. Du hast halt gemerkt, dass die Kinder komplett anders sind als die, die du da irgendwie in, sag ich jetzt mal, Zivilisationen kennst. Die sind halt viel freier, die haben mehr Spaß, die sind einfach komplett anders. Weil Zivilisationskinder so, ja, hast du das neue Handy? Und hier kannst du sagen, ja, hast du das neue Schwert? Und Kids von heute sind ja immer am Smartphone. Hier brauchst du es gar nicht. Also wenn du ein Junge bist, brauchst du hier nur ein Schild und ein Schwert und alles klärt sich von selbst.
Kannst mal in die Hand nehmen, aber vorsichtig. Festhalten.
Ja, ist ja gut.
Das ist immer noch eine Waffe. Mal leicht schwingen, hier. Mal vorsichtig, da wir sind Leute.
Bridge fight is about having 5 people against 5, and it's the normal bowling rules. You have the normal hitting zones. My name is Stefan and I'm here with Varga. I'm the prospect from these guys here. Yeah, I'm 23 years old. But the interesting thing about bridge fight, it's really fast and hard. You like crashing each other and you have two ways to win. Even all guys dead and you survived, or you break through them and there's one tree stump here on your side and one tree stump on the other side. And when you get through and you hit this tree stump, then you also win. So it's a really dynamic fight. It's the other thing, like when you're in this big, huge battle, you have to wait and it's a more tactical thing. And this is like, yeah, super fast, lightning, crashing down things, super impressive and so impulsive. So yeah, it's a really cool thing. It's not that hard as you think when you're a newbie here. You can do this. When you're really true-hearted and want to do that, and you ask things and you really want to do that, then it's not a problem. When you're just here for drinking, just hanging around and be all day drunk, then nobody likes you and then it's maybe hard. But it's then when you don't want to drink and fight, maybe you get a hooligan club and watch football or something. That's not the right place. Here it's really, it's going about real living history. I feel really like home here, and I met so many new people. I was yesterday on a party from some Swedes, from Burger Boys they call them, and this was so fascinating for me. And every day I meet 5 new people.
I am Joop Tirson, the steersman of Spanish Lag Gialalhorn from Jonsborg, South-Storm. And we are here every year. We love the Wollin Festival. We're a group of reenactment fighters and house works also. We live in Spain, more in the Mediterranean area, Valencia, Catalonia, Balearic Islands. I am from Mallorca.
My name's Callum Rutherford, I'm from New Zealand and I am a part of Jonsborg in New Zealand. We have like maybe 5 or 6 members there. I can't remember the exact number, but it's quite small. It's only sort of just starting out, like the whole reenactment scene in New Zealand. But it's growing steadily, and maybe one day in the near future we'll have something like this, but there's a lot of work to be done still to get to that point, yeah.
I think the Viking world is growing because exists a really special community you can't find in other lifestyles. In Viking reenactment exists a really special thing. I just find it here, and all the people, when they see, it's like, wow, some really special and personal thing.
I don't know, I think like all my life I've been really interested in like medieval and like the Dark Age period, and just general like fighting with weapons and swords and axes and stuff. We have like the colonial side of it and that with muskets and things like that, but I'm just far more into wearing armour and feeling like a tank, carrying your weapon into battle. Like, I just love it, you know. Just suits me more personally, I think.
At least more than a half of my life is reenactment, because I'm a craftsman too, so letter works are reenactment too. Fighting is a lot for me for the last 2 years, because I'm like training a lot in Lithuania, and I'm a singer too, folk music, so I think that it's almost 60 or 75% of my life is reenactment, and never else is just simple works which need to be done.
The drums is a really crucial part. When you hear the drum, drum, drum. In this moment, the blood comes harder, hot, and you just, okay, now starts the game. It's really, really intense, really hard feeling. We are here for not just for that, but this is one of the crucial parts of all of this movement. This feel just before the battle, 2 moments specials, just before and after.
We really come here because we want to fight as a band of brothers, a brotherhood together, and we need enemies we respect and rely on. We rely on the enemy to be honourable and to give us a good fight. So even though we're fighting here, there's a high level of fellowship. Jomsborg is 1/3 of our line. We're warriors from, a lot of warriors from Poland, but also other countries, Sweden, Germany, Denmark, Britain, Holland, Italy, Spain. So it's a real international gathering. I haven't even remembered all of them. The other side have organized themselves. They've learnt from the last few years and they've trained in blocks, and they have some new warriors this year. But that makes it a lot more interesting. That means I'm really looking forward to the fights today.
Literally, my part in Jomsborg, I'm not like a captain or anything, or a trader or a blacksmith of any kind. All I do is I'm here, a foot soldier. I'm here for the fight pretty much, and that's it. People say it's all just for fun, when it is, but there's still, once you get on the battlefield and your army's standing behind you and the opposing army's on the other side, there's insults flying back and forth in multiple languages, and you just get like this, like a fire starts building up, and you're like, after the first clash, you're a little bit drowsy and hungover from the night before, but as soon as the second and third battle start, you're just like filled with a fire pretty much, like a lion.
What we do on the battlefield is, of course, we're inspired by history, but really this is something we do today. 21st century people want to recreate part of the Viking world, part of it, and bring it to the battlefield. This year the battles are really interesting, because normally in the past we win here all the time, nearly all the time, and we win quite easily. This year the fights have been much harder, and we've actually lost some of them.
I wouldn't have a clue. I think the other side was they just fought really well. People were just fighting as hard as they possibly could. They were really they were trying to win, you know. There was a lot of tension and the competition was strong.
This is another great thing in this world. You can't come here and say, I am the more big epic warrior. No, you need to fight and show that you are a good warrior. You can talk about anything, but you need to show to the rest of the world what you can do.
Die ganzen Kämpfe da auf dem Schlachtfeld. Du kannst zwar in ein Kino fahren und den Film angucken, aber ich finde, so eine Schlacht ist tausendmal spannender als ein Kinofilm. Ich will später doch schon mitkämpfen.
I'm really exciting and I can't wait to do this. And this is why I'm here, to have this experience of this battle. The whole world, they're here, want to fight here against each other in a good way. And yeah, I'm so excited. This is what I want to do.
It's not just, okay, now I'll put something on and I will be a reenactor. No, you have to feel it. It's like very deep stuff, even to answer yourself why you are doing that. I sometimes try, but then I stop, and I think that that's enough, that I'm happy, I can show some interesting things to teach other people.
This world helped me a lot, also in my personal life. You put your spirit in these things. It's really deep on me.
Modern days are not helping for us to be better people, I think.
The basic lineup is a closed line because the field is so small. But ideally, we need to break that line, because as soon as we break through the enemy line, we can hit them from not just in front, but around the sides, and we can push them, and we break their morale, and we put them on the back foot, and we get an advantageous position. The people who are fighting, they tend to see the fight in front of them. They're fighting for their lives. As one of the commanders, the challenge is to be able to coordinate your troops, to move your units at the right time to the right place, or we are being ourselves broken through. The field is really small for the amount of warriors, which makes the fighting very static. The dead bodies start to pile up. They become like a wall. You can't get over the bodies. Like, we're trying to get at each other over the bodies, but what we really need to do is break through and wrap around them. And that's what both sides are going to be striving to do.
I love the total disregard for human safety. Pretty much just this clash of like pure violence for a short amount of time. It gets it out of you, and then after you can relax. And it's also a really handy thing to have. Like, you can defend yourself. You know, like the world's a dangerous place, so it's always good to have that under your belt.
Mr. Catfish strikes again.
Yeah. 3-0. The glorious. Oh, glorious.
Da war mal eine Frage, essen die das wirklich, Mama? Es ist alles wirklich echt gekocht und ich finde, es schmeckt viel besser, als wenn man es einfach zu Hause irgendwie in eine Pfanne haut oder so, weil es halt auf die alte Art gekocht ist. Ich finde, viele würden jetzt sagen die Schlacht, aber ich finde die Häuser und die Schiffe, die sind astrein, weil die Häuser sind einfach 1:1 genauso wie damals und da ist viel Arbeit drin gesteckt, genauso wie in einem Boot. Da hinten kann man sich das angucken, wie es gebaut wird. Und ich finde es halt einfach toll, weil auf anderen Märkten siehst du sowas gar nicht.
You put your spirit in these things, not just for a weekend or in battlefield. It's every day I am thinking about my things, my reenactment things, and I try to put also my spirit in my work to in the best way as possible. Really authentic feels. This is the magic of this world.
My wife is at home and with my son, and she don't want that I get some injuries, but she's also happy when I'm happy.
I have a girlfriend at home. She's always scared about the fights, so I have a place to come back. So that's the important thing. I think for every warrior, if you fight for something, so you need to have something back home to fight for.
Ich finde es gut, dass man den Leuten, die dann hier zu Besuch kommen, ja, die können sich das zwar in einem Museum angucken, aber hier kann man es deutlich nochmal nachleben lassen, wie es da damals wirklich so war. Manche schlafen in den Hütten, das kann man denen dann alles besser zeigen, als wenn du jetzt in ein Museum gehst und es vor einer Glasscheibe siehst.
Ancient times, like you take a stick, you make something from a stick, for example, spoon or something. Now you bite. So why you need to buy if you can make it? So it's a craft. You are using more of your brain when you are doing something, not buying, and live in a peace with surroundings.
I just prefer it more than like living in a modern world. It's much more, not easier. It's just more relaxing, and I just feel more at home, like in that sort of off the grid lifestyle. And that's sort of what I get from this. Well, I love it. Just got to show commitment, not be a lazy person, really. You don't have to worry about things being dirty or clean. I mean, there's like dirt and grass everywhere. Like you just do it, and it's great. Here you don't really have a concept of time as much. You don't even know what day it is half the time, really. And you don't have to be like, oh, I have to be here at 1, I have to be there at 2. You just go like, oh, the sun's over there somewhere. Like I'm supposed to be somewhere, I think.
That's the drinking water for the battle.
Sorry, man.
Nice and wet, nice and wet.
I think it's going to be a very vicious fight, to be honest. There's a lot of tensions on both sides because people on either side are claiming cheating and things like that. General fighting it out to crush the other team into the ground. I think that's what it's going to be about today, which I am excited for, though, of course.
Dry shirt.
What shall we do if the young sport people? What shall we do if the young sport people?
to win, to show our power and our work for our trainings. I can say many excuses for the reason we lost. I prefer to say just we today give more from us to win the battles.
When we come here, we're friends and comrades from all over the world with shared interests and shared passions, and we love to meet each other and we love to drink around the fire together. But when we go out on that battlefield, the warrior comes out. It's no more Mr. Nice Guy. It's time to fight.
Like last year, you know, when the last fight, we went in, crushed them all the way up to the fence. They have no space to maneuver.
Right, listen! We're about to take the field. And the main strategy today is we are going to hit those fuckers hard. Are you ready for it? Yeah! When Igor gives the command forward, we just go. A slow jog, but fast. Take as much of the field as possible. Hit them when they're not quite ready. All of you together, a slow run, in, BOOM! The more we drive them back, the less comfortable they feel. The less space they have to move their big pushing units, because you're pushing them back. It's your field. You are gonna fucking take it, right? Yeah! Watch for Igor. As soon as you see him raise his sword, you've got to be ready, on the ball, the whole line. Forward. One special point. 6 guys will suddenly step in front of the line where the blue shields are. They make chaos, you do the killing. But keep pushing. Keep pushing. That could be the break.
And we go like this. No relax. All in, follow the friend, everything. Look at West storm, the rest of the French guys, marching order. You go first, you go second, third, so we march on reverse. Right. The marching order, as I said.
There's old saying that a person who looks to the past with one eye is one eye blinded, and who doesn't look to the back is 2 eyes blinded. So I suggest everybody to be not blind and look to the past.